found some data related to tonnage shipped in kilometers of track for different countries in Europe. Data was not present for all of the countries in Europe. In addition, I have excluded Russia due to its size and tonnage capacity being so much greater than all the other countries that the graphs were distorted. It was kind of an outlier due to its size. Plus, if you're looking at Europe, and one of the countries has a city of Vladivostok on the Pacific Ocean, it kind of distorts the geography. Anyways, let's get in to the data. Alright, so now that we have the data available here, you can see I've listed the data out by year. So I started in 2010, and the latest year available for most countries was 2019. And like I said, I went in alphabetical order, but again, not all countries were available. So you see Belarus, Bosnia and Herzegovina, Bulgaria, Croatia, Czech Republic, Denmark, Estonia, Finland, France, Germany, Deutschland, Greece, Hungary, Ireland, Italy, Latvia, Lithuania, Luxembourg, Moldova, Netherlands, North Macedonia, Norway, Poland, Portugal, Romania, Serbia, Slovakia, Slovenia, and then we get Spain, Sweden, Switzerland, Ukraine, and we finish up with the United Kingdom. So those are the countries that I have data for. Now, I will say there was more data available for the tonnage of cargo shipped than miles of track. So if we look down at the graph that I have, again, it's listed in order of chronological order, in alphabetical order. So as you see, the kind of countries compared, Germany has the highest tonnage shipped. Well, the second highest. The Ukraine has the most. And Germany has the second most. And Poland is also high. France is somewhat elevated, but again, not nearly as high as what Germany is. And the rest of the countries, are small. Say, so that's how the data looks. Looks like Ukraine and Germany are the two highest ones. So now, if you look at the totals, so I totaled it by year, it ranged from 670,619 tons to 642,856 tons. And It's at 20,089. In terms of percentage increase or decrease, ranges from a positive 8.74 to a negative 8.20. So we look at the charts, and we see 2011 was a high point, kind of went all the way down to 2015, and then it increased in 2018 and decreased to 2019. Now I will say this, data availability was an issue. Not all countries reported data in 2019. And then we get the percentage change graphed out as well. So we get the large increase, 8.74% to 2011 compared to 2010. We get negative, lots of negatives and some positives. We get a large negative comparing 2018 to 2019. Next we go to kilometers of track. Now one thing I measured is if a country has more kilometers of track, does that mean they had more tonnage shipped? And there was a 0.66 correlation, so that's a relatively strong positive correlation between tonnage of track and tonnage of goods shipped versus track a country has, which makes sense. If governments invest that into the infrastructure, you imagine that they'd be used. And as you can see, the data was not available. There are lots of missing data, like Albania didn't have anything. And some of the years are missing. Like Denmark didn't have anything from mileage track, at least at the source I had. And then I say so some years were missing, so I say completeness of the data was an issue here. However, if I scroll down to the graph, go all the way down here. Now, it's interesting. Here, the difference between France and Germany is not nearly as much in terms of kilometers of track. However, Germany had far greater tonnage of cargo. Now, I don't know if France does more in terms of passenger rail versus Germany, but that's interesting to see. The other standout, scroll all the way over here. The United Kingdom almost had as many kilometers as the Ukraine in terms. However, the Ukraine had far greater tonnage of goods shipped compared to the United Kingdom. So it's interesting how, which countries get more use out of their transit system. But again, maybe UK is more passenger rail rather than tonnage. Or, good shipped. Now for the kilometers of track. In 2010, the total was 242,075 kilometers. In 2019, it was 165,864 kilometers of track. The average ranged from 8,069 in 2010 to 7,539 in 2019. And the percentages range from 1.67 to negative 30.73. Now again, the availability of data in 2019 affected this somewhat. So again, you see the tonnage, not the tonnage, So there's a slight increase beginning, then you had some negative years, then a huge increase in 2014 compared to 2015. We had large negatives 2018 compared to 2019. So it is, I say, interesting to see the kind of the decline. Because I see even if you take out 2019 for the data availability, if you compare 20. All right. So that's the end of the video. I appreciate your making all the way through the presentation. Please like and subscribe. Or if you have any suggestions for data you want me to go through, leave a comment below and I'll leave a link to the source where I found the data. So long, everyone. This is AStatsMR, wishing that your efforts have a positive correlation with results.